Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. I first noticed something was off one Friday evening. My phone buzzed with a message from an unknown number. Tell him to stay busy. I'm already there. My stomach dropped. I stared at the screen trying to convince myself it was a mistake, a wrong number. But the timing, the tone, it was too pointed, too deliberate. I walked toward the sliding glass doors leading to the pool. My heart beat loud in my ears. The water rippled under the warm orange glow of the setting sun. And there he was, lounging in my own backyard, sunglasses on, legs stretched across one of our chairs, and my wife's laughter drifting over the water. My wife. The woman I trusted with my entire life. I wanted to rush, scream, confront them, but something stopped me. A part of me still clung to disbelief, to hope that I was overreacting. Maybe it was an old friend. Maybe no. Deep down I knew. It hadn't started like this. There had been subtle signs over the past months. Missed calls from her that she blamed on work. Her phone always face down on the kitchen counter. That faint, almost imperceptible smile when she glanced at texts. I'd caught glimpses of her deleting messages, brushing her bag off in a way that felt practiced, rehearsed. Each excuse sounded plausible, each denial believable, but a knot of suspicion had been growing in my chest. I remember one night, lying in bed beside her, hearing her giggle softly over her phone. When I asked, she said it was a funny work chat. And I believed her. I wanted to. Until that day by the pool. I didn't confront him immediately. I couldn't. Instead, I walked back inside, my hands trembling as I poured myself a glass of whiskey. I replayed our marriage in my head, the first date, our honeymoon, the nights we stayed up talking about everything and nothing. Every memory suddenly felt like a fragile lie. I could almost hear her voice, sweet and soft, but now laced with betrayal. Then I made a decision. One small, almost trivial change that would expose everything. I set my sprinklers to come on at sunset, right on the edge of the pool. A harmless, everyday adjustment, except it would force anyone in the water to react. Sure enough, the next evening, I stepped onto the patio, pretending to water some potted plants. My wife and him were laughing, sharing drinks, the carefree intimacy of people who thought no one was watching. And then splash. The sprinklers hit the water with sudden ferocity. He flinched, yelped, and scrambled out, soaked from head to toe. My wife's laughter froze, her eyes darting toward me. That moment, the shock, the shame, the desperate glance, was all the confirmation I needed. I walked to the edge of the pool, calm but simmering with rage. Care to explain? I said, my voice steady despite the storm inside me. She looked at me, guilt washing over her features, and for a second I almost pitied her. It's not what you think, she stammered. But the way he avoided my eyes, slouched as if trying to disappear, said it all. The confrontation was messy, painful, and strangely intimate. She admitted to the affair, weeks of secret meetings, whispered calls, excuses crafted to perfection. I listened, numb, my mind oscillating between fury and heartbreak. I wanted to rage, to lash out. But I also wanted to understand how the woman I loved could betray me so completely. The aftermath was quieter than I expected. She left that night, taking her things and her guilt with her. I stayed behind, staring at the pool, at the chair he had lounged in, at the water that now reflected not sunlight, but shattered trust. Every small detail of our life together felt like a lie I had been living in willingly. Weeks later, I walked past the pool, now empty, and something shifted inside me. Pain lingered, yes. Anger too. But there was also clarity. I had been forced to confront the truth, and in doing so, I reclaimed a part of myself I hadn't realized I'd been neglecting. The part that refused to be broken by someone else's deceit. I never forgot her laughter by the pool, never forgot the way he had relaxed in the space that was meant for me. But I also never forgot the power of small actions, of quiet courage, of choosing self-respect over resentment. Life would rebuild itself slowly, painfully, but it would rebuild. And I would be there, stronger, unshaken, and finally free.